Well, we're joined in the judges' box by Star Pelaw racing manager Dave Gray. We're going to be the judge of you at the moment, Dave. We're going to fire your top 10 questions. It's a bit like being on Mastermind, this, I think. So, are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, question number 1, which is actually going to be a 2-part question. Your favourite greyhound of all time and your favourite greyhound race of all time, and they don't necessarily need to be connected.
Well, they are connected in a way, because I was very fortunate enough to see both Tom's the Best and Westmead Hawk win the English Ground Derby at Wimbledon, and yes, still probably sends a shiver down the spine now just thinking about that Derby roar at Wimbledon. It was quite something special, and when you look back in the history and look at the quality of Westmead Hawk and Tom's the Best, the two standout greyhounds of a generation. So yeah, that would be them.
Okay, slightly different question now. Your favourite TV programme?
Yeah, personal one. This one, TV programme. I would go with not one specific programme, but a genre of programmes. I like real life crime documentaries, so that's my bag. So if there's one of those on telly, I'll certainly switch them on.
And turning the clock back a few years, first job in greyhound racing?
Yeah, a long old time. That was at the old Hull Greyhound Stadium at Craven Park, and probably before I was allowed to, I was walking dogs from the kennels on a Sunday morning, which was a lot of fun, and that's where it all started for me. Is used to go on a Sunday morning, take the dogs out for a walk when I was just a wee nipper, 6 and 7 year old, so a long old time ago.
Your favourite sport? I'm obviously not going to include greyhound racing here, but your favourite sport outside of greyhound racing?
Yeah, probably connected. I say growing up, rugby league was my sport. Growing up in the heartland of Hull was a massive rivalry between Hull Care and Hull FC, and I'm obviously on the black and white side, the best side, but yeah, not done so well this year. But yeah, that would be my sport outside the dogs.
Now, the next 2 questions are connected. The first question is one thing that the greyhound industry does well, in your view?
Yeah, I think I've always said that I think the greyhound industry regulates well, and I think there's been a massive change of emphasis over the past few years on the welfare front, and I think the GBGB certainly embraced that and took it forward, and I think that is certainly something that we can be proud of.
And you probably know where this is going now. One thing that the greyhound industry doesn't do so well and needs to do better at?
Yeah, I think everybody would probably say it's on the commercial side of things. We really need to get back to getting people to tracks and getting people through the door and finding out what a wonderful sport we have and what wonderful athletes our canines are.
Change the subject. What qualities do you look for in a friend?
Yeah, massive one for me would be loyalty. I think that's something that everybody should have, and I think that's something that I've had to hear in my work life and at home. And I hope I've been loyal to the McKenna family, Jeff in particular and Teresa, who stood by me stoically throughout my time here, and a great deal of gratitude towards them.
Next question. Tell us something about Pelaw Grange, now Star Pelaw, that not many people might know.
Yeah, I suppose most people know our potted history, but we did have a couple of Sky Sports meetings here back in the day, which were massively well attended, and there was real good fun nights, and I was lucky enough to be racing manager overseeing them. So yeah, that's certainly one of the highlights of my career here, that is for sure.
And if you ever get a chance to leave Star Pelaw and you want to travel around the world, what part of the world would you most like to see that you haven't seen?
Yeah, as a greyhound racing nut, I'd probably like to go to Shelburne, because I've never been, and like the new Shelburne looks absolutely magnificent on the footage that I've seen. So that would be one place. A bit further away, I'd love to go down under, but I don't think that one will happen.
That's a real busman's holiday to Shelburne Park. Next question, and the final question, and a very important question for foodies like myself. I want to know your honest appraisal. I've heard a lot about it, but the Sunday carvery at Star Pelaw, how good is it?
Yeah, it's well renowned within the greyhound industry, that is for sure. And I know 1 or 2 members of our Associated Press would confirm that's an excellent lunch.
Dave, thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.